I'm really excited. This is like my first video in this flat and it's a little bit scary actually. I kind of don't know how I feel about it. It's gonna take me a while to get used to it. I'm really sorry about the builders doing work outside. They've been quiet for so long and they've chosen to do work now. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I hope you're all doing really well. Back now filming in a new space. This is our studio room, mine and Rich's. We've converted it in like sort of half and half situation. This back half is mine and that half is his, where he will be doing his scratching and DJing or whatever. There's a lot of boxes around everywhere, so excuse the mess if you see any. I'm really sorry. I will be doing a flat tour sometime soon, in probably the next week or so, and I cannot wait to do that video. The only thing I actually have set up properly is this setup behind me. A lot of people actually do have this dresser. It is an amazing dresser. It was quite easy to put up. It only took me about 2 hours tops. I don't know if you've seen on my Instagram, but I did make some makeup organisers, which I will tell you all about now. That only took me about another hour or so after that, so it was pretty easy to do. I will link this dresser behind me down below, and I will also link the tutorial I used to make my makeup organisers down below as well. In the meantime, I'm going to show you what is in my makeup drawer and dresser. Firstly, I just want to show you this chair that I bought from Amazon. This is just a basic chair. It's got like these nice wooden legs. Sorry about the mess in the background. And then this faux fur didn't actually come with it. I bought this faux fur chair cover from Amazon as well. I think they both in total came to like £40. On my desk I actually have my two bee prints, which you've probably seen in my setup when I was at my mum's house. These prints are from, I think they're called Yellow Prints. They sent them to me. They're incredible. I will link their Instagram down below because they are just so good. Got like a tiny, like a little face mirror here, which I think I bought from HomeSense for like £4. This tray was from HomeSense as well. It's got all my jewellery in. Then if I come over to this side, I have all my makeup brushes here, all my lipsticks here as well. MAC on the front row because I use them the most. I also have this leopard print Tangle teaser. I got this from HomeSense as well for like £2. Flower in the background, obviously it's fake. So I'm actually going to show you this side of the drawer first. I basically made these foam makeup organisers. If you want to see the video, I will do like a little tutorial, but it's pretty much the same as a couple of other videos that are already on YouTube, so I'll link those down below. I basically used A1 foam board and a pen knife and just cut them. I measured the width of the drawer and kind of just like built them myself. I used a glue gun to glue them together, but some of them need redoing. You can see my sock, I'm sorry about that. I've cut down on so much makeup you wouldn't believe. I'm very lucky enough that with what I do with blogging and stuff, I get to test out a lot of new makeup. So some of these were gifted to me, which I will let you know about. Starting this side, I've got all my highlighters. I bought pretty much everything in this drawer except for this Dior blush. This is the Dior blush in Poison Matte. This was gifted to me, not by Dior, but in an event. Such a beautiful shade. It's peachy, pinky. It looks very vibrant, but it actually is not that vibrant. Like, I have it on right now. I never usually like blushes, but this has been so nice to use. The only thing is with this drawer, obviously you've got a little bit more of the drawer there, but you can't pull it out. So yeah, you kind of have to dig in, if you know what I mean. Down here, I've got some like tester of Hoola, which I'm still using. Got another one there. Hoola is my favorite bronzer, if you didn't know already. The testers are really good actually. Like, I would recommend getting the testers because they've lasted me, like you can see, it's been so worn. But this tester has lasted me such a long time. Price-wise, it's probably better off. I've also got my Geoffrey Star here. I've got the Geoffrey Star in Ice Cold, which is the white one, but it shattered. I don't know if you can see. Oh, but look at that. Oh shit. It's now all over my hands. I need to put it in like a sort of pot and I'm gonna use it as like a, you know how like pearl bronzers are, because I do love it. I don't want to get rid of it. It's such an expensive product. This one is also something that was gifted to me by It Cosmetics. It is an incredible pressed powder. I use this pretty much every day without fail. It doesn't give me a cakiness. It's really nice, translucent, feels really nice on my skin. I like how it comes with a little compact mirror, and it also comes with that sponge that no one uses. This highlighter, everyone knows that I absolutely love. I'm not going to talk about that too much. As you can see, this gold shade here is my favourite. Got loads of colours. It's actually really cheap as well. This bourgeois bronzer I've had for such a long time now. It is obviously a really nice colour, more of a warm tone than the Hoola bronzer. Gives a more like sun-kissed glow, I would say, more than like that ashy contour colour. I still really like using it to brush over my forehead and on my nose. I did chuck a lot of my liquid highlighters away, but this is the one that I probably reached to the most. I'm not really a fan of liquid highlighters anymore. I used to be obsessed, but this is the Makeup Revolution one in Euphoric Gold. You can kind of see here the colour. It's actually a really nice gold. You can even use it in your foundation. So moving on to this side, try to clear out my wardrobe as much as possible. I have all my palettes here in this big section here. These are some of my favourites at the front here. I don't necessarily reach for these as much. They're more of like special occasion looks. I have two palettes here from Scentbird that were gifted to me. They are part of the Deck of Scarlet palette range, which is now shipping to the UK, which is great. This is the palette edition number 4, and they come with 2 lip colours here, 2 like bronzer and highlights. Some of them come with blushes. Got some eyeshadows here. This is obviously for more of a smoky eye. I don't tend to reach for it as much as these, I'm not gonna lie. This is the edition number 1. Same sort of thing. So we have the lips on one side, but this is more of an orange. I really like that brown and that lip colour. I really like these palettes because they come as a put in your handbag all in one type situation, which is really handy. Then moving on to this one, it's the Makeup Revolution Reloaded Iconic Fever. This has been used quite a bit. As you can see, it's very muggy. Those shades are just calling for me. I absolutely love all of these. That sandy one, I use that for more of like a transitional colour. Got these 2 here that I use to darken my crease. Very cheap. I think it was like £4 or something like that. Of course, my Huda Beauty one, which everyone knows I absolutely love. I actually used a fair bit of this as why it's so dirty. Trust Fund is obviously my favourite, like look at that. And I've been using Angelic recently. Some really lovely metallic. I use these colours a fair bit because they're my favourite colours to use every day. I've actually used this bright pink one in occasion as well. Obviously a bit more expensive, but I'm absolutely obsessed. This side I have my 2 Naked palettes. I don't usually use this one as much. I think this is the original. I'm so glad Naked changed to that plastic material because geez, like it literally sticks to everything. This was their first one that they had out, I think. But I actually think the Basics palette is better than this one. I think it has some of these, but obviously if you're going for a brown smoky eye, you can use this one. It came with this brush and I use this all the time. I find that the Naked brushes that come with the palette are so good. And then moving on to the newest edition, is literally from like new to old. This is the Naked Urban Cherry palette, which is their newest palette that came out. This was gifted to me in an event. Oh my god, look at that. Probably my most used at the moment. Very in time for winter. It makes a really nice everyday and it also makes a really nice evening. Probably the most versatile palettes that I own. Most real nice buffing brush on one side, which is really good to blend out. And then on this side you have the most smallest crease brush. It's so good. It's gonna really create some depth. Cannot wait to start using this colour Ambitious. I love a copper metallic. The Kat Von D Saint Cilla palette, I seem to have ruined some shades in there. There was this whole trend when you wet your brush and put it into a metallic or a glitter, it would give like a really nice payoff. So I tried to do that with this one and it just ruined it. I love the names of these as well. I think it's really gothic and cool. This lime one, I just don't know what to do with that. If you're experimental, you're gonna love this. The Kat Von D Alchemist, yeah, the Alchemist holographic palette. Haven't actually used that much, I'm not gonna lie. When I looked at it the first time, I was like, they are all white. and they do look all white, but when you actually use them, they have like a really nice shine to them. You use them as a highlighter, but you can also use them on your lips. You can also use them as eyeshadow. Ultraviolet amethyst, blue sapphire, green emerald, and then pink opal. They do have a really nice sort of sheen to them. That's the purple one, and it's just really pretty. Layer it on top of eyeshadows and it gives a really nice chrome effect. So Topshop let me pick up some pieces from their new beauty launch. I picked up this one. It's like a chrome sort of eyeshadow, the Chameleon eyeshadow in Wax and Wane. I actually have this on my eyes at the moment. It is a really nice chrome purpley colour. Actually, this built with that amethyst one over the top would be cool. That just kind of like goes there. The last palette that I have here, the NYX Ultimates Brights palette, and one of my faves because it is so bright. If you want to add a pop of colour to any of your eye looks, this is just perfect. Favourite one is this one here. It's like a coral colour. This was like my best friend when I made my Halloween look. This is like the last side of the drawer. Foundations. I've got some brow products, I've got my concealers, got some lip products here, some lip liners, some eyeshadow and eyeliners, and then I've got some mascaras here. These are like my favourites. My YSL All Hours foundation. I need to get rematched for this because I bought this in the summer and this is slightly too brown for me now. My It Cosmetics CC cream, which I don't think gives me enough coverage. But if you're into your CC creams, then this is such a good one. This was gifted to me by It Cosmetics to review. You don't tend to get CC creams with a 50 SPF. I've got the medium shade, but they come in loads of different shades. Their skincare is infused into all their makeup products, which is great. I've also got the Makeup Revolution foundation stick. This is a really good foundation stick. I find that it gives a really nice satin finish, a bit more glowier than I'm used to, hence why I don't reach for it so much. This is F6, it's my favourite shade. I did give a few of these away to some of my friends. Then we're moving on concealers. My favourite concealer is my Tarte Shape Tape. I've got two of these. They came in a QVC deal that my mum got for me for Christmas. I also have to keep at least one of the Last Imperfection concealers in here because I was obsessed when I first started doing YouTube. Very, very thick. It was only like a £5 as well. I've got the Revolution concealer here, and I actually don't think it's that much of a dupe of the Tarte Shape Tape personally. Do like the big doe foot applicator. That's the only reason I'd say it was a dupe. I think it's quite thin. I think that one's a lot thicker. I'm not really sure about it, but I have it in here just in case I run out. I've also got the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, which is very, very dewy. So if I want more of a dewy under eye situation, I would go for this one, but because I'm more of like a matte girl, I tend to reach for those ones. In the winter time, I might be using this a bit more. I think it's great, super full coverage. You literally only need like the tiniest drop. I also have my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, which I use on nights out. I also have the Glossier concealer. This is the stretch concealer in medium. I don't really like it as much as these ones because it's very, very natural. So if you're more of like a natural girl and you like really thin concealers, this is for you. In this drawer here, I have got a Makeup Revolution eyebrow kit, which I use for my freckles. It's so dirty, I don't really want to show you this, but it is the dark one, medium dark. Brow Power It Cosmetics eyebrow double-ended. It's got like a brush on one end, and then it's also got a nice pencil on the other, and me and mum have been using this like repeatedly. It is a universal colour, so it's like the perfect shade for everyone. I think it's so good. I will be purchasing this again, but this was gifted to me originally. I also have my GimMe Brow, which I don't really use. The Glossier one is the one I use all the time. This is the Boy Brow, which everyone goes on about. The applicator is really small. It's really good for getting into those fine hairs at the front. Colour blonde, and it is a perfect shade for me, not too orange. I have my lips here. I'm not going to go through them all, so I'm going to show you some of my favorites. Favorite balm at the moment, Paw one is my favorite. Really moistens them and lasts all day. Liquid lipsticks wise, it is the shade Leverous, and it's the Intense Liquid Matte Lipstick from that make. I don't know how to say it. It made a really good vampy look for Halloween, and I will use this on like saucy date night. If I'm going more nude, the Makeup Revolution liquid lipstick, I always go on about this. This is the one in Noble. This is one of my favorite nude colors. It blends so well and really cheap. All my lip liners in this one here. This one is the Buxom Lip Liner, and this is in the color Cloak and Dagger. You have like a pencil on one side, and then on the other side you have like a brush. It goes with most of my reds and it blends in really nicely to all of them. Pencil is a bit jumbo thick for me. I would prefer a thinner pencil so I have more control, but it can go all over your lip, which is great. This one here is a favorite of mine. This is a MAC lip liner in Etc, and I have not seen this color in the UK. I actually bought this in Sicily. Works really nicely with that Noble shade. Favorite mascara at the moment has got to be the Bad Girl Bang mascara. I think everyone knows by now that I am obsessed with this new Bad Girl Bang mascara from Benefit. I also have picked up this one recently in a gift bag. Never ever heard of this make before. This is DHC. It is the Double Protection Mascara. Comes with a really nice small brush, and I find that this is really good for my bottom lashes. I also have the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara that was gifted to me. I really like the brush on this. Not as good as the Bad Girl Bang mascara, but this makes a really good everyday mascara. Eyeliners, I don't really use a lot of them. Favorite all-time eyeliner is the Extreme Felt Tip Liner collection. This is so dirty. Slightly too grey, I think. I could get a better liner, but I just really like the Felt Tip pen. £3 or something like that. And we have finished. I'm gonna let you know quickly my top lipsticks because I haven't really told you about that yet. But my top ones, this one, Lady Danger MAC Red lipstick. I think it's one of my favorites. It's so orange and red. I absolutely love it. For a nude, I really like using this Makeup Revolution nude. This is Chauffeur Shy Girl, and it's MAC. It's a really nice autumnal nude color. Is actually brighter on your lips than you think it's going to be. It's really pretty. And the one I've got on at the moment is this new Topshop one, which obviously they have a new beauty launch. I've put it on today to test it because I haven't tested it yet, and I find that when I put it on, it was the most creamiest formula I have seen in a while. I've had it on for hours and I find that it hasn't made my lips dry at all. It's more of like a mauve. It's got like purpley tones in there, which I really like. And yeah, we're done. That is it, guys. I have showed you my makeup drawer. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. Let me know what products you've been using, any new products that I should be invested in. I don't know. Have a lovely day, guys, and I will see you in my next one.